tonight on the South Today. A classic building in South Dunedin's main street gets a major makeover, which the owner hopes is the first of many. Hikers lost in the Whakatupu wilderness have a new lifeline thanks to a newly trained four-legged rescue squad. And Brockville school pupils are over the moon about their new playground, built thanks to a special sponsor. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Hannah Wilkins. A major retail project in South Dunedin's King Edward Street is being lauded as an important step forward by the city's mayor. Jules Raddick sees the reopening of a 1930s heritage building, along with an ongoing redevelopment, are important steps in the area's resurgence.
A significant step forward in the revitalisation of South Dunedin.
So look, with great pride and pleasure, I declare the building open. Well done, Justin.
Dunedin Mayor Jules Raddick congratulating developer Justin Stott last night at the official opening of his new building in the area. The refurbished site at 160 King Edward Street is one of a handful of projects Stott's working on in South D.
We'd love to make a new building next door. We think that along with this building, a heritage building, with a new building next door, and then hopefully the South Dunedin Community Hub in the coming years, that it'll really bring South Dunedin alive.
Raddick believes the development happening in South Dunedin has provided a more positive outlook for businesses and workers down there. Stott says the upgrades will help enhance the area, as well as bringing the building up to modern earthquake code.
Strengthen it was the important thing, so that, we could make it a safe building.
The revitalised building houses optometrist Matthew's Eye Care and physiotherapy clinic, the Core Centre. Both Stott and Dunedin's mayor say they're focused on the next 50 years of the southern suburb and still see a vibrant future for the area. In Dunedin, the South Today.
A Queenstown developer has lodged a High Court appeal over a decision to reject its Ladies Mile subdivision. An Environmental Protection Authority hearing rejected an application by Glen Panel Development to build up to 384 units in a subdivision north of the Ladies Mile Highway. The panel rejected the project, citing adverse landscape and visual effects, along with concerns over creating more traffic on Ladies Mile. But the developers now plan to urgently appeal the decision in the High Court. Glen Panel Director Mark Tilden called the decision a real slap in the face for the people in Queenstown seeking to get on the property ladder. Up-and-coming fashion students from around the world are vying for a coveted spot in this year's ID Dunedin Fashion Show. Top designers have had the daunting task this week of selecting finalists for the competitive Emerging Designers Awards.
Searching for the best dress to provide some catwalk magic. Judges for Dunedin's ID Fashion Week have been combing through student portfolios from around the world to select what they believe are the most promising emerging designers. There's been 130 entries this year from 14 countries, meaning the judges have their work cut out. They admit it can be hard to pinpoint exactly what makes an entry stand out.
We're looking for something that is kind of in the mainstream, but also outside of the mainstream, if you understand what I'm saying.
The judges say the standard of entries this year is particularly high, which is a pleasant surprise given the limitations many have been working under.
It's interesting because these students haven't been to school basically for 2 years, so they have been working off-site at home via Zoom.
Tara Vigo was an ID Emerging Designer finalist in 2006 and has joined this year's judging panel. She went on to fashion industry success in London, which the team says is proof that a spot on the ID catwalk can help launch a fashion career. The Emerging Designer Awards will be combined with the regular ID Dunedin Fashion Show as the event returns to the iconic catwalk at Dunedin's railway station next March. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Whakatupu's Land Search and Rescue team have introduced a new furry friend to their team. Labrador Spaniel Stag has already made a successful debut on the job, aiding his partner Paul Donovan in a recent search and rescue operation.
High vis and wagging tails as Paul Donovan and Stag run through their daily training exercises. The pair are the first search and rescue dog team in 10 years in the Whakatupu region. Donovan says it takes more than 1,000 hours and costs around $1,000 a year to train a dog. But they have an important role to play in the adventure capital of Central Otago, with 3 more teams on their way.
Yeah, in Wakatipu search and rescue dogs, it's just really thriving at the moment. We've got an avalanche dog. Stag's our only wilderness search dog at the moment, but there's 2 other dogs in the pathway that we're really hopeful in the next 12 to 24 months will become operational, and that would put the Wakatipu in an amazing place in terms of resource.
The team of Paul and Stag only became operational in October, but have already been involved in a successful rescue. All of the members of the search and rescue team are volunteers, coming from a wide range of backgrounds.
Remembering the dogs are just one part of an amazing team in the Wakatipu, up to 60 people who give up their time to look for the lost, missing and injured.
Donovan and his 3-year-old pup will continue to train, while remaining on call in case of another emergency. In Queenstown, the South Today.
A Guinness World Record would be the icing for one Timaru Cupcake Designer. Millie Rose drew a crowd to her boutique recently as she attempted to set a new cupcake decorating record.
Preparation was key for Timaru Cupcake Designer Millie Rose in her attempt to set a new Guinness World Record for the fastest time to decorate 100 cupcakes. She had 8 piping bags loaded and ready to go for the challenge, accounting for about 5 kilograms of butter. Rose's dad is a firefighter, with funds raised from the sale of the tasty treats split between the St Andrews Volunteer Fire Brigade's Sky Tower Challenge and Leukemia and Blood Cancer New Zealand. The record attempt was documented by a group of officials who will submit their images to the Guinness organisation to see if Millie Rose has claimed a new record for her sweet decorating skills. In Timaru, the South Today.
Things were looking grim for pupils at Brockville School when their playground failed its routine health and safety inspection. But a surprise sponsor has come to the rescue to help out, ensuring the kids now have a brand new playground to enjoy.
Pupils at Brockville Full Primary School can barely contain their excitement. The ribbon-cutting ceremony just a formality for the kids who are keen to get to grips with the school's brand new playground equipment.
It's unbelievable. It's actually been really heartwarming. Like, we know it's been coming, but actually opening it today and seeing the children on it is just really quite emotional, actually.
Brockville Primary was left at a loss after the last remaining play area failed the health and safety code. The school decided to send a proposal to Mitre 10's Helping Hands project in the hopes of gaining some much needed help to build a new park. A spokesperson for the hardware chain admits they were overwhelmed with more than 500 entries, but says the Brockville proposal stood out.
For us to be able to deliver something like this, and you can see the joy that the kids are having on this at the moment, is, something rewarding for Mitre 10.
Staff and pupils at Brockville Primary agree the new park is a fantastic asset for the school. They're also inviting the wider community to join them in making the most of the new area. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Whai Yakane, still to come on the South Today. One of the largest street art festivals in the Southern Hemisphere takes over in Invercargill, and residents across central Otago get into the Christmas spirit with a series of festive events.
Don't mention Christmas! There's huge savings on beds, bedroom, lounge, dining and much, much more. Plus 50% off all outdoor furniture. And you can pay it off over 24 months interest-free.
John, we're Age Concern Otago.
Age Concern Otago hosts a multitude of social activities, including little walks.
Hi, my name's Matt and I'm the Dines Group CEO. Dines is a company that's focused on selling logistics solutions to its customers. We're passionate about selling efficiency and we've been selling efficiency for over 50 years now.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Being a big softie takes training. I've gone to great lengths to be super soft while still being strong and reliable. So I'm soft on you and soft on the environment.
Cotton Soft, proud sponsor of Bowel Cancer New Zealand.
Welcome back. Some of the country's top street artists are letting their public murals do all the talking this week in Invercargill. 22 artists were invited to produce large-scale pieces throughout the central business district in a special artist trail. South Sea Spray Waihopai opened this week in the city and is believed to be one of the largest street art festivals in the Southern Hemisphere. It's running alongside this indoor art exhibition at the Hewakatuia Art Museum, which features 60 original pieces. Invercargill-based graffiti artist Danny Owen, known as creatively Dio, is curating the whole festival and was keen to feature some of the street artists who've inspired him.
Our artists we have here, like every single one of them, I handpicked because they're the artists that inspire me to create, you know, every one of them. Like I admire their work so much and I look up to every one of them.
Along with this gallery display of tapestry, street art and hyperrealism works, the public are being encouraged to grab a map and explore the streets of Invercargill as the artists create their outdoor murals in the central city. The Christmas cheer kicked up a gear across central Otago over the weekend. A flurry of summery events gave locals a chance to relax and have some fun as the festive season got underway.
Warming up for the holiday season with a cavalcade of Christmas events held in central Otago over the weekend. It was a day of song and dance as Cromwell hosted a very central Christmas. The party happened on the lawn of McNulty House in the historic precinct. The new venue offered ample space for families to spread their picnic blankets, while the kids joined performers from the local drama school. And in Alexandra, the Roxburgh Brass Band led a chorus of carols on the lawn at St Enoch's Church. The event attracted interest from all ages, with the Ukes in Time Ukulele Ensemble providing the encore. Over in the Maniatoto, it was Omakau's turn with a combined Christmas party and market. Around 500 people turned out for the event at the Omakau Domain, this DIY water slide proving the star attraction. Across the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. A refurbished retail space brings new life to South Dunedin's main street with the hope of more to come. A newly trained wilderness rescue dog team has arrived in central Otago to help improve safety in the mountains. And Brockville school pupils have received a helping hand from Mitre 10 Mega to create their brand new community playground. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT, and we welcome the editor, Barry Stewart. Hello, Barry.
Hello, Hannah.
And what can we expect in your paper tomorrow?
More George Street news. So the remainder of the George Street revamp could be tweaked to preserve flexibility if the city's new mayor gets his way. So this is on the agenda for the next council meeting next week. So we'll see what evolves there. Waitaki District Health Services is $3 million in debt, and they're putting it out there that they will walk away unless they get some government funding. So that's a bit of a serious concern for the Waitaki. And talking of speculation, well, it's rife in Parliament and it's circling around Labour Party ministers. There's suggestions that some are going to stand down at the next election, aside from your normal retirements and things. So there's a lot of noise happening there. We hope to have full details of that in your paper tomorrow.
We look forward to that. Thank you very much this evening, Barry.
Thank you.
And time now for a look at tomorrow's weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Looking at the situation, a low pressure system is swirling in the eastern Tasman Sea and driving a humid nor'easterly airflow over the South Island, continuing tomorrow and easing slowly on Saturday. Heading to the top of the South Island, well, heavy rain with fresh northerlies and 20 degrees in Nelson, wet and windy in Greymouth with 19, while Christchurch is looking cloudy with fresh nor'easterlies and a 21 degree high. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago, 22 with high cloud and northerlies in both Ashburton and Timaru, while Oamaru gets nor'east winds and up to 20 degrees. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes, Wanaka and Queenstown, northerlies through the day tomorrow with late rain and a high of 21. Few in Alexandra, 24 with cloudy skies and light winds. Heading further south, fresh nor'easterlies and late rain in Balclutha and Gore tomorrow, along with a high of 20. Down in the Catlins, you'll get those winds too, a cloudy day and a high of 19 degrees. And down to the deep south, fine with high cloud tonight in Invercargill, down to 13 degrees. For the next few days, it's shaping up to be breezy with nor'easterlies, high cloud, possibly rain tomorrow, but only briefly, and warm temperatures of 22 or 21 degrees. And finally, heading to Dunedin. Cloudy tonight, down to 13 degrees. Cloudy again tomorrow with sunny breaks and warm winds and up to 20 degrees. Then into the weekend. Fine at first with sunny skies before a late change, bringing showers and southwesterlies. The high 21 degrees. And that's the news this Thursday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. And you can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand. We'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kite e pōpō.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.